start a game.
TJ Weber.
I am him. Get your ass on the air and let's pick something.
Big Web.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel.
Zach Zook.
Yeah, my picks have been shit this year.
Changing it. Oh, he's taking it off. Nick Yale. From the 50.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in this edition of From the 50. We are live from the St. Louis, Missouri studios. It is Week 5 of the NFL here on October 6, 2024. I am TJ Weber. You can follow me everywhere at Weber Bets on social media, at Sleeper Weber as well. I've partnered with Sleeper over the last couple weeks. Really excited about that partnership, as well as the great Zach Zook over to my right. I'm sure he's got 3 hours of sleep after doing PFF and broadcasting yesterday. We got Big Web from the road. He might be on mute, so we'll just have him wait for a second. And Nick Yale all the way from Dallas, Texas. Gentlemen, Week 5 of the NFL is here. We are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. So please get your questions in for your fantasy matchups. Also, your sports betting locks today. We want to hear them all here on From the 50 here in Week 5. Boys, how we doing?
Doing good, man. Hey, everybody, follow Sleeper Weber. I saw the new accounts, and he's going to be posting some good stuff. The TikToks and the skits are some of my favorite content on the app. So go follow Sleeper Weber for show.
Yeah, it's it's always hard to kind of build something up from zero. You know, they start you at zero, but I love what Sleeper has done, the partnership we've gotten. So if you want to help out the brand, help out everything we're doing, you can go to Nick just got coffee. You can go to the Sleeper app, download it, and you can do Sleeper Picks. Promo code Weber, W-E-B-E-R, gets you a deposit match up to $100. Very easy to do, very fun. You pick more than or less than yards, touchdowns, whatever it may be. It's an absolute blast. So if you think you know your player props, go there right now. Sleeper Picks, promo code Weber, deposit match up to $100. Hey, Nick's back from coffee. Nick, how are you doing? How's Dallas?
Hey, doing great. Dallas is good. Just got back from College Station yesterday, and what an abysmal performance by the Missouri Tigers.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that, and let me tell you something. I am going to make a declaration here on this program to start this thing. I will never bet on the Mizzou Tigers ever again. Ever.
That's a good decision. Our team is ratchet. We deserve to be unranked going into next week, and terrible performance from Brady Cook, terrible performance from Eli Drinkowitz. This one's squarely on him. Yeah. Terrible performance from Kirby Moore. Terrible performance from Corey Batum in the defense. So absolutely awful.
Everybody on that squad. Dude, it was an embarrassment, and I feel for you because, to be honest with you, as much shit as I give you, I feel like that's just kind of part of the show. I just always talk shit on Mizzou. I was really rooting for him. I'm like sitting there at the beginning of the season, excited. I feel like you guys have squeaked out wins against bad teams, but you're 4-0. It's a chance to really, make your mark on the top 10, and then that happens.
The positive thing is that, Alabama loses yesterday, Tennessee goes down. There were a lot worse losses on the table than ours to a ranked opponent on the road. So, nonetheless, Tigers got a lot of work to do, and Drinkwitz needs to quit shit talking and actually do a good job, because it's absolutely ridiculous. You don't have your team prepared for 2 weeks for A&M on the road.
So
absolutely.
Were you able to watch that game at all?
So I was just gonna say, Nick, they played so bad, dude. Obviously, everybody at LU knows that I went to Mizzou. It was so bad that I was getting shit talked like in commercial breaks by like the booth assistants and stuff, because Mizzou was getting just run right out of Kyle Field. It was so bad.
We got to wear every single one of those chirps that are coming at us right now, because that was just I think of 160 plays or 120 plays during the game, Mizzou won 4 plays out of those 120 where they performed better than the
NCAA tournament, because I ran through the columns with my pants down.
Oh, whoops! I didn't know that was
nice.
Couldn't be sorry.
They
are not making the football tournament either, but
they
could.
They could. They got a lot of work to do.
Nick, after you saw that, you think they're going to make any type of a NCAA playoff? Get out of here!
No, but
shot, buddy.
After everything that happened yesterday, anything is possible. We saw how Alabama lost
Bama game.
Vanderbilt. Yeah, I mean, you probably have to go into Bama and win.
Have to win.
That hurt you, though. I mean, them losing to Vanderbilt hurt them big time if they win. Huge.
I think 10-2, on the bubble, and you look at that loss to A&M on the road. I think that one's going to be the one that keeps you in the first 4 out or beyond there. But Yeah, no, I mean they have to win. They have to absolutely go beat the brakes off at UMass next week, and really have to take care of business and the rest of their schedule and win a lot of these games handedly if they want to have any shot. But yeah, I don't think they will. But I mean, anything's possible. There's a lot of football left to be played.
All right, well, we got NFL to talk, but just had to shout out the Mizzou Tigers. Awful performance yesterday. Awful.
Hey, one thing.
Hey, Big
One thing on those
Terrible
MU
internet.
Tigers, don't forget that coming out of the chute. Oh, I'm sorry, boys. I got to jump in here.
And delay.
The freaking referees had a terrible first 2 plays, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we got some momentum. We got a touchdown called back. We got terrible pass interference called. The referees.
I will say,
referees as bad as the NFL referees.
I am one of the biggest proponents of chirping the refs, and the refs did have a terrible game. But even if the refs make every single correct call, we're still losing that game.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. Yeah, the calls are horrendous in the beginning, but
They killed the momentum. The Zebras killed the freaking momentum. But I understand what you're saying. We were still going to lose a game.
Yeah.
They never had a pulse. They never had a pulse. The leaders on the sideline were silent.
Yeah.
But enough Missouri bitching. Let's get to the NFL, where I had a fantastic week last week.
Wow, I thought you were about to go into some kind of like Sports Center intro-esque there. It's like, let's get into the NFL, where Week 5, Aaron Rodgers heads out to London to take on the Minnesota Vikings. An old foe, Zook, that he's very used to playing and getting his fucking cheeks clapped right now.
Hey, man.
Jesus.
I was on the wrong side of that Vikings pick last week. Everything else pretty much went right, but boy, Sam Darnold and Vikings are showing it right now on Sunday early morning football over
I
there
just
in
need
London.
him to cover
Handing
12.
it
I have
to
a sweetheart teaser with the Jets plus 12, and I'm sweating that one, Nick. What am I doing here?
What's current score at?
17-7. Jets have the ball. I don't know where it is exactly, but if you guys want to turn that on another monitor, you can. I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it up here in the studio with 18 screens I have in here, so tough.
I'll pull up score report here from.
Who wants to guess who Aaron Rodgers threw the touchdown pass? Because they were down 17-0.
Alan Lazard.
Alan
I saw that.
Lazard.
Lizard.
I tell you what, I think
Lizard
Aaron's washed,
Lazard.
boys. He's done. He donezo.
He did not look. I mean, both those interceptions that he threw in the first half. Holy shit! Those
Terrible.
were good.
Absolutely terrible. Yeah, it was something else. But
I'd be lying if I told you I watched a down of that game.
I think I'm done betting. No matter what happens in this game, I'm done betting on the Jets and I'm done betting on the Mizzou Tigers. And then I might add more to my list. But those are two big ones right there.
That is probably a more profitable recipe. Rodgers currently 13 for 26. 50%.
Ben says in the YouTube chat he just got hurt. I think he's out.
No
That,
kidding.
that might help him, actually.
Rodgers did?
Is Ben trolling?
I don't know. Someone check that out. Is Aaron Rodgers hurt?
So, let me go to Twitter. Chat, help us out if you can. We don't have a
Last
game
time he went to London with Green Bay, wasn't that the Toegate game?
Was that it?
I think it was. Because the next week then he came back on Zoom and was showing his toe.
Yeah, I don't know. But Jets are a dumpster fire. Let's.
Yeah, they're
see.
saying Rodgers is hurt.
Wonderful.
Rodgers
Who's
just
their
went
backup now?
down.
Tim Boyle or some shit?
No, Tim Boyle just got released from Miami.
Oh.
So I don't know who the backup is.
Anybody
in
want to
New
take
York.
a guess? Nick, you want to take a guess?
Well, I just pulled it up, so.
No. All right. Zook, would you like to take a guess?
I don't even know because they lost.
Oh, I
everybody.
know who it is. It's Tyrod Taylor because I just looked at it.
Oh yeah, Tyrod.
There you go, Tyrod Taylor.
It might be Jordan Travis season next year.
Wow. Yeah, I think Aaron's done after this year. I'm with you on that one.
Not great.
Janelle says he's not hurt. He's just mad that they lost. Well, the game's still going. So
They are in the third quarter, and I think.
Wait, he just left him.
Here,
he
here,
left
here,
the
here.
game and said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Let
Is that
me
what he
let
said?
me hop on
You know
Elon's
something?
app here.
Let's live bet.
Yeah,
Get to the bottom of
GG
it.
Rodgers. Group chats are saying GG Rodgers. So I think he's hurt.
He's hurt. They might actually cover now. I don't know.
GG Rogers.
Should we?
GG Rodgers.
Should we?
He's hurt. That's
Should we talk about last
GG
week?
Rogers.
GG Rodgers. It's confirmed. Our sources are in.
GG
That's
Rodgers.
the new age. It's like, okay, let's go check Schefter. Now let's just get GG's from the chat and then see if he's hurt or not.
GG's
Limping
Rodgers.
off the field after getting his leg trapped under a defender.
Ooh.
Rap sheet
Not
22
great.
seconds ago.
Not
Taylor season, baby. Might help.
Tyrod
him.
Taylor.
Rodgers been playing like shit. All right. You guys can get involved here on TikTok. Nicholas has a fantasy question, which you guys can have fantasy questions. Throw them on in here. We'll talk about them throughout the show, as well as go over our picks and our standings of the pick'em. Nicholas says Trey Sermon or Madison today. Trey Sermon is starting in Indy. A lot of injuries with the Colts, and Jonathan Taylor out, from what I understand.
I'd go Sermon.
I would go Madison. I think Jags D-line is going to be active today.
Isn't Zamir White the starter, though? Or
He
is he
is.
not getting as many carries?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Sermon is going to get like the full workload, Nick. That's the only thing. That's my
I don't think.
opinion.
Yeah, I don't think Colts are going to move the ball at all on the ground today.
Yeah.
Who do they play?
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Desperate Jaguars. Desperation mode. Nick, little tease for you. I'm with your Jags today. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time. I think it's a must
Preview.
win.
Yeah, you can see preview where my money's going today.
You see Dougie Peterson last week in post game. Someone asked about his job security. He goes, "Me? No, I'm not worried." He's like, "Why the fuck would you ask that?" He's like, "I never even thought of that." And so
Now I am.
Yeah, and he's like, "Now you got me thinking about it." But he was, interesting. 2-2 or Worthy today. It's from Hayden.
Worthy. I like Worthy. I'm starting Worthy on my fantasy lineup. Obviously, Rashee Rice out for what's expected to be the year on the ACL, PCL injury that he suffered last week. So Worthy. He's the only wide receiver they got that's worth a damn.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Do you think there's any shot Devontae goes to the Chiefs? If he does, I think I might quit the NFL. I mean,
I don't think so, just because it would be in division.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, even the Raiders don't want to see the Chiefs win. Nobody wants to see the Chiefs win.
I think he's going to be a Jet by the end of the next week.
Hot take, I think.
If Rodgers is not missing significant time.
Yeah, I was going to say,
it makes no sense for him.
Hot take, I think Commanders.
Commanders could be interesting. You know, I saw a rumor. This is what I get for following a bunch of Lions like fan accounts and shit. They're like, how sick would it be if the Lions get Devontae Adams and they bring Max Crosby back to Detroit, his hometown? I'm like, don't get me excited. That sounds like the
Do they have the
dream
cap
scenario.
space to do that? I don't think they have cap space to do that.
I don't know enough about the cap space. I mean, they just paid St. Brown and Goff and I think another offensive lineman. So yeah,
Cowboys also have cap space at the moment. They do still have to pay Micah Parsons, but if they traded for Devontae and had CD and Devontae, that would be wild.
I think he goes to, if not the Jets, New Orleans as a team to look at.
Yeah, yeah.
Off to a good start.
He likes Derek Carr.
They don't have a wideout one.
Oh, yeah, they do have Derek Carr. Yeah, that is
Derek
true.
Carr's his boy. That's probably why he wants to go to
and
either.
it's AFC, NFC, so it insulates the Raiders a little bit.
Ben says, that's a good question, Nick. Who is more fraudulent, Caleb Williams or Eli Drinkwitz?
Wow.
Ooh, that is a good question.
He's still got the Tigers back to relevance.
Probably Eli Drinkwitz. Eli Drinkwitz can't win on the road. He can't win on the road ever in a meaningful ball game. So
I'm going out on a limb and saying Caleb Williams is not going to be a superstar. I'll say it right now. Their offensive line blows. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Way too early to say on Caleb Williams because it's not all completely his fault. Like Caleb Williams is decimated by that offensive line. If they get a good offensive line in there, another year or two, I think he could be, looking like a number one draft pick. Eli Drinkwitz is terrible at game management and getting his team.
I gotta say, the last time you said that it's too early to say something about a player that I put down declaration. I don't know if you remember this. Our old podcast, Brews on the Balcony, I made a declarative statement that there's a chance, not saying that he's going to, but a chance that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in NFL history. This is when he had one Super Bowl. This is when he had one Super Bowl.
You did say that. He's definitely on his way, but still has more to go.
I might have even said top three, and you're like, dude, you can't. Dude, Montana, come on,
Yeah, you can't say. You couldn't say that at that time. That was 3 years ago. Now that he's proven.
But
it
I
and gotten
said it
three
then,
Super
and you're like,
Bowls.
you can't. It's like just because you thought I couldn't, I'm saying I made a statement and I was correct. What are you gonna do?
You were on the right track. I will not say you're correct yet. We have to see how his career finishes out, but you're on the right track. I'll give you that.
Trey says Rodgers is back in, so anybody worried about Aaron Rodgers, he's good to go.
Still looks like shit throwing the ball.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, I think he's washed. He's finally washed. That's what I've been seeing on Twitter all day today. I think it's the truth. I think he's actually fully done.
I think the Europe trip for somebody like that's 40, that's got to be a lot harder to do. To go play an NFL football game with the travel and all that.
Yeah.
And the body adjustment than it is when you're like 25.
I guess that is the case. I just kind of thought of like, can the Vikings really go 5-0? Like that's what I kept telling myself. Is Sam Darnold really this good?
So I meant to actually tinker stinker and switch to the Jets this morning on the CBS picks. Didn't wake up in time. So I actually ended up taking the Vikings, which so far would appear to be the side. So credit to me.
For now, yeah. How does it feel to sleep until 8:30? I don't know what that's been like for quite some time.
It's it's not as good as sleeping till like 9 or 10,
I
but
can't
it's
even-
better than waking up at 5.
I think if you told me, I'll give you seriously, if you give me $1 million, if tomorrow I try to sleep in till 9, like actually be asleep, there's no shot.
You couldn't do it because you're too adjusted to the
No.
to the dad life.
My body clock, I wake up a minute before my alarm goes off. Like what is that bullshit?
Yeah.
Sometimes 5, sometimes
I
30.
do that too. I wake up at 7:15 every day.
I wake up at 6 a.m. between 6 a.m. and 7:15 every day.
I hate when I do too much adulting too many days in a row, and then because my body clock starts to do the same thing. So then when I try to sleep in, I can't.
Just the fucking worst. Growing up sucks. All right, speaking of not sucking, let's go over some of the standings here. Well, there is one person that's definitely sucking, and he's on the road right now in a car. We have... Hey, Big Web. All right. So overall standings, Nick is in first place at 18, 9, and 1. Let's actually, I'll go over what happened last week first. So
let's do that. Let's go over what happened last
week. Nick and I tied both at 5 and 2. Pretty good.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Right on his tail, boys. Let's see. Zook goes 3 and 4. Ace and Big Web go 2 and 5. Now,
oi.
Yeah, not great. I will say I'll give Big Web a second
tough
here. Tough year, but you're in the middle of the pack. You still have an opportunity.
It's not what it was last year. Lost my fastball.
Lost your fastball 4 weeks in. Always time to turn it around. Nick's in first place at 18, 9, and 1. Good start. I'm right behind him, literally half a game at 18 and 10. Ace is why is Ace above? I don't know why I did this way. Zook is in third at 13 and 15. Ace in fourth at 9, 18 and 1. I mean, welcome to the show, Ace. Good God Almighty.
Ace has a lot to learn.
Yeah. Ace is the place with shitty picks. And Big Web, last place, 7 and 21. Not only that, 0 and 4 on dogs, 0 and 4 on locks.
Well, let's talk a little bit here about the potion, baby.
Hold on, no. I'm gonna give you your time. This is about the records, and I want to make sure everybody knows that Big Web is 7 and 21 on the season.
That potion ain't working, brother.
No, let me tell you something about
Find a new
killing
potion.
time. I am literally. I hired a driver for this trip to get back to Illinois for this, and this person that's driving drives with their toe, and they put the seat back as far as they can. I don't know if you guys have seen many NASCAR races, but we're following a white Toyota, and sir, if you're listening, I apologize. She is inside the bumper. I am keeping a calm face because we're on the air, but we spun out 3 other cars. They're in the ditch, and she's right on the end of this fucking car. So, but I'm doing a great job of keeping calm, and you're giving me trouble about these picks, but that's okay. We'll get them next week.
There you go. But I will say, the potion, Nick, did work.
What happened?
Big Web not only won his first from the 50 TikTok viral parlay of the season, but he also won the sleeper picks entry. So Big Web, congratulations on both of those.
His one win for the year.
Thanks,
folks.
guys.
You missed
Thank
it.
you very much.
Hey,
I want to thank the Wizard. The Wizard did a wonderful job for me. He traveled the country and got all the items for the potion. He cured me. Everything's good. Follow Big Web. We're down $70 in 4 weeks, guys. $70. We got a nice one for you today.
That's how you pitch yourself. We're down 70, baby.
Yeah.
We're right there.
We were down 300.
I mean, hey, and guys, we missed it. We missed out on a couple picks last week, but how about those Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football? How about those Indianapolis Colts getting the job done?
Yeah,
against the Steelers.
I don't even want to talk about that game.
How about the Jacksonville Jaguars covering and almost losing it on a safety at the end of the game?
There's been a lot of animosity and shit talking in the group chat the last couple weeks too.
There has been, especially if there's any side bets or anything. It's just
I thought about making a video last week after that Ravens game and just throwing it up in the group chat, but I didn't get. TJ did go 5 and 2 as well, so I couldn't completely shit talk.
Right. Absolutely, yeah. Minnesota was the pick. I mean, they're legit. I hope that
Green Bay. Jesus.
Jets
Zook.
down by 7. Down by 7. It's a new ball game. Down by 7.
Zook, tell your team to figure it out. That was terrible last week.
What?
They almost came back and won, but yeah, they were terrible this start.
Oh yeah. I don't think they should have played Jordan Love.
He looked good though. I mean, after 2 interceptions, he threw 3 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, but they go into like the prevent. Like whatever,
Yeah.
It's not the same game. He was like hobbled in the first half, and obviously they started off horrendously. But they made a couple of really dumb mistakes early too, where like the game changes if they don't miss a field goal or fumble. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, pretty pitiful performance to come out at home against a division rival and get down. What was it, 28-0?
Something like that. But they almost came back. That's what told me the Vikings aren't fully good. Like they're good, but they're not great.
They're great. They're good at playing from in front.
Yes.
I think if the team that can get off to a fast start against them is going to be the team that gives them their first loss.
For sure. And that's why I took the Jets today. I'm like, it's kind of not a must-win, but they need to get on some kind of streak because they look terrible. First half was terrible, and their defense is keeping them in this game. But I was like, in London, I don't know, like Sam Darnold against his old team, will he fuck up? I don't know. But so far it hasn't looked that way.
It's really just been Rodgers playing poorly over anything else.
And that's the thing. It's taking Nick, it's taking these guys too long to settle in against them. And if you look at the percent with the lead, Minnesota's up there. And I'm not saying that obviously it's not a bad thing to have the lead, but
sure.
I don't think that they're really built to play from behind.
Well, Minnesota also has Aaron Jones out for the game with a hip injury, and they had he left. He
fantasy running back.
He left the game at the end of the first half.
Great.
Out for the game. So Chandler's
3 points.
Chandler's playing the rest of the game, and they had a pick six that was one of their touchdowns. So Minnesota having a little trouble moving the ball, getting bailed out by a lot of penalties in the first half there on Sauce Gardner to Justin Jefferson. They haven't really moved the ball that well. It's been more of the Jets playing poorly, and except the Jets settle in here in the fourth quarter, they might come back and win this.
Let's read some comments and we'll get to some picks here. Ben says Wicks or McLaurin today. I am actually starting Wicks because your boy Romeo Dobbs out.
Yeah.
Suspended some weird thing. He missed two days of practice this week or something. I don't know what's going on.
Here's my speculation on that. I think that they usually install the game plan on Wednesday. He was at Wednesday's practice.
Right.
Didn't show up Thursday, didn't show up Friday. They didn't tell anybody that he wasn't coming.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that the Packers were like, did this dude die in his house? They sent people to his house.
He was not communicating.
Sent people to his house just to check on him, make sure, check on his welfare.
Sure.
And then it was reported that he was unhappy with his opportunities in the passing game, I think, quote unquote.
And just didn't show up to work.
Yeah, just didn't show up to work.
What the fuck? I mean, why? You can't just get paid tons of money.
Obviously, you can't do that.
I'm unhappy
my
every
thing
day.
goes to I wonder if he is maybe there's something that does not meet the eye that's going on beyond this because that in and of itself is weird.
Yeah.
For a guy that's second on the team in targets and Christian Watson's not going to play this week. So my guess is to wrap it back up to the Wicks comment. My guess is in the game plan, Wicks is the first read in a lot of the passes. That is.
But he wants to be the number one.
That's my always sunny in Philadelphia theory. So I would start Wicks
because he was the number 2 last year behind. It was him and Christian Watson. Now it's Jaden Reed and Wicks, and then I guess Dobbs wouldn't be, or not even. He might be 4th.
Dobbs leads the team in snaps. He's the one that's always out there. But yes, he does not. I don't feel like they draw up as many plays for him.
Okay.
I guess you could
say. Interesting. Yeah, I would go with Wicks, though. I'm starting Wicks today. I need him bad because I got people on bye weeks, but I don't know. With Dobbs out, I think Wicks could have a decent week. Gesicki, I think that's Gesicki or Bowers. That's from Riley.
Bowers.
Yeah, I would go Bowers. I'm waiting for him to do something for me, too, but I would go Bowers. Komet or McBride, that's from Hayden. Komet's been super quiet, hasn't he?
He had a huge game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Komet's been better for the Bears. Been more of a go-to target for Caleb recently. McBride is playing today, or is expected to play with that rib injury. So I would probably lean a little bit on McBride.
I would too.
Yeah, because
hasn't had a really great performance because he's kind of been banged up, and Kyler's obviously been integrating Marvin Harrison quite a bit in the offense. But I think McBride is definitely the better of those two options.
Yeah, I was thinking McBride with injury might be a tough call, but Komet's just so inconsistent. Caleb's inconsistent. Their offensive line blows. The Bears are an interesting team. Are they 2-2? Is that right?
2-2.
They're very lucky 2-2.
Playing the Panthers.
Very lucky 2-2. Lico says Breece Hall is selling me again today. I mean he's been pretty solid all year, just not doing great today. The Jets' offense in general is not doing anything. Teddy says Robinson Jr. playing today. Nick, do you know if
he is
Brian Robinson?
Should be.
Yep, he's active.
Okay, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and get to our picks here for Week 5 of the NFL. Again, we need I don't say we. Big Web needs a huge bounce-back game. I mean, he's kind of in a territory where the potion's working. As long as he's making money, he doesn't care. But, Zook, if I had to guess, signing that board's more important to stay away from than winning bets right now.
Yeah, it's 1A, 1B for sure. The green is first and foremost, but second, you do not want to sign the board.
No,
you
absolutely
just don't.
not. Absolutely not. All right,
Remember, boys, you just got to stay out of last place. So, that's all you got to do. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, and you're right there. Buffalo heads out to the Houston Texans to take on the Texans. Hello, -1.5 for Houston. Is that the same odds, Nick?
Double checking Blue Book right now as we speak.
Kelly Blue Book. Yep.
Kelly Blue Book. You got to go to
True
Kelly
value
Blue
of the
Book
Bills Texans game.
to get the true value. That's right. We go to the NFL tab and we scroll down. 1.5 is the number.
1.5 is the number. Houston -1.5. The Buffalo Bills, arguably one of the best teams in the NFL, getting 1.5. Zook, where are you going?
I'm going with Buffalo. I don't know if this is a square pick or not, but Buffalo off of getting embarrassed. You like teams the week after they get embarrassed. Houston, I don't know if I want to make, as you said, a declarative statement on them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're maybe as good as we thought they were 3-4 weeks ago when they blew out the Bears and we're like, this is the best team ever.
Yeah.
I think there's some chinks in that armor, and I think Buffalo's going to get it done today on the road.
Nick?
Yeah, so I think I agree with Zook here. Buffalo is still probably one of, if not the best teams in the NFL. I think it's a little bit of a get-right spot after putting up a stinker last week against Baltimore. Of course, we had Baltimore last week, and we were on an island. Thank you very much for me, but Buffalo gets it back today.
Big Web.
Baltimore played a hell of a football game last week and beat a good team in the Bills. I think the Bills are going to bounce back this week. And, the Texans had a kind of a crap game a couple of weeks ago against Minnesota, so give me Buffalo here.
So Ace is going to go with the Houston Texans to make sure there's no island, and there's really no island because I'm going to also take Houston. So, I don't know. I go back and forth on this game a lot. I really like the over in this game. I like points especially, not too crazy. I think it could be, I want to say 50.5 would be a little too high. I think 45.5 if you tease it down could be good. But anyway, Houston's going to move the ball. I think it's going to be a hell of a football game. And I just can't pick against the Texans right now. I just feel like Buffalo's going to stay in it, but I don't have a good reason. I'm really babbling here. I really fucking don't know. I almost flipped a coin on this, but I'm going to take Houston because they're at home, basically.
Home team under field goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, we move on to another great game. This one, interdivision. The Baltimore Ravens head out to the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe the Cincinnati Bengals are a 2.5-point underdog at home, Nick?
Tell me
correct?
3, Nick.
Yep, that is correct.
2.5. Yeah, I was hoping that too. What do you got, Zook?
I'm going to go ahead and take the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't love this game. I don't love picking this game. I don't feel confident about my pick. But home divisional dog is always dangerous, and the Bengals need this one. They're 1-3. So they need this to get back in the divisional race, so their season's going to be close to over pretty early.
Nick?
Yeah, Cincinnati definitely needs to win this one, but I think Baltimore is just too good of a team. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry still. We saw that last week in that Buffalo game, and the way Baltimore was able to move the ball on a much better Buffalo team, I think they can do the same against Cincinnati. Bet against Cincinnati last week against Carolina and lost that one, so I'm hoping to get the Ravens here.
Big Web?
Yeah, Baltimore held Buffalo to 10 points last week. I think they're going to be able to do the same. I think Baltimore's about to run now, so give me Baltimore against some Bengals for sure.
All right, so Ace is going with the Cincinnati Bengals, and I actually did a little research on this game. I'm taking the Bengals as well, plus 2.5. First of all, when you first look at it, it's the same division foe at home as a dog. I mean, getting 2.5. Cincinnati needs this game. They need it bad. They really want to come out and just beat the shit out of the Ravens. It's going to be a hell of a football game. I think they will win it outright. I would have loved to have 3, but here's the deal. Since Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow have been with the Cincinnati Bengals, which was, I think, 2021 when they both started with the Bengals. I'm saying, like, that's when Chase got there. They have not They've won twice at home against the Ravens, and they lost one other time by 3 points. So they win at home against division foes, or they lose by 3. So take 3.5 if you're picking them. But fuck it, let's go ahead and take the Bengals here. I think it's just one of those games that, yeah, exactly. I just think they have to win this game. I think they're gonna play up to it. I don't think Baltimore is gonna blow them out. So be close. Give me Cincinnati plus 2.5. We move on to Green Bay at the Rams, and Nick, I have the Packers -3, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Big Zook.
I'm going to go ahead and take Green Bay. This is big-time square pick, but I think Green Bay bounces back. Rams are obviously super injured, and Love, hopefully, he mentioned in the post-game interview that his knee felt good. He felt good the day after, so I think he'll trust that a little bit more, and you'll get more of what you saw in the second half from the opening kick in this game. Rams are not going to have much of a home field advantage in this one. I expect it to be like 70% Packers fans at SoFi. They are down, obviously, 2 receivers. Watson's not going to play. Dobbs not going to play. But I still think they spread it around enough that it's not really going to hurt them a ton. Rams also, too, like, they struggle in the red zone. If you ever notice them watching them on Sundays, or if they come across your screen in red zone, with Kupp out and Nakua out, they really don't have much of a red zone threat. It's just Kyron Williams.
Yep.
They struggle to punch it in, so even when they outplay teams, like, they settle for a lot of field goals. I think the Packers will beat them today.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm also going to take Green Bay here for the second week in a row. Missed it last week against Minnesota, but hopefully Green Bay can get the job done. Jordan Love shakes the rust off a little bit and can course correct for the Packers, who I think are a better team, even playing on the road in this one.
Big Web?
Yeah, actually, Zook, they're 7 of 17 in the red zone. They're just McVay's actually been criticized for the play calls in short distance, like inside the red zone. So, no, I like
Big Web back me up with the stats.
I like it.
The Rams defense is damaged, man. They, like you say, they're injured. There's damages the front of my truck with all this tailgate going on here. So, yeah, give me Green Bay.
So Ace is going to go with Green Bay, and unfortunately, I'm also going Green Bay. And what sucks is this is one of my favorite plays today, and it's all over all my parlays. So clean sweep, Green Bay Packers -3.
Congratulations, Rams.
Yeah, I took them to 2.5, but everything Dad said, the Rams defense has been god-awful. They're at home. I think Jordan Love needs a bounce-back game saying, hey, I'm back from injury. Let's fucking roll now. It makes too much sense now where I think I'm going to get fucked on this game.
I will say, man, the vibes in Green Bay have been a little weird this week, obviously. So
I hate this so much. I already locked in my bets. I can't change it. Fuck. Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Dallas going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers -2.5 after a game they should have won last week for sure. Zook, where are we going?
I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys. I suspect that I will be in the minority picking Dallas this week. I think that despite Dallas' struggles against the run, Pittsburgh is a low enough volume offense that Dallas can establish themselves a little bit in this game, particularly offensively. I think if Dallas, it's important for them to get a fast start. I think if they can play from in front in this game, they're going to win. Where they'll struggle is if they allow the Steelers to kind of get to their ground and pound and make this a 10-7 game. I just think Dallas, their offense, I think should be able to put up enough points to where Pittsburgh can't keep up with them.
I could see that. Nick, is it 2.5? Did you check that officially?
It is. Yeah, it is 2.5.
I think a lot of weird spreads this week. A lot of
low spreads.
Under 3. Yeah, it's scary.
Cowboys need something good to happen too. I'm kind of betting that they are gonna come out hot.
Nick, who do you got?
I think the Pittsburgh offense is a little bit overrated coming into this week, so I'm going with the Cowboys here. This one's pretty much on Dak Prescott. They have to go on the road and like Zook said, establish that offense, but I'll take the Cowboys plus 2.5 as the sharp pick here at -105 to the Cowboys.
Big Web.
Greenbox actually has this at a 3, even 3 right now. But anyway, I like Pittsburgh here. I think Parsons is fully out of this football game, and I think Pittsburgh's going to get enough offense to cover the game. Give me Pittsburgh.
He's like the Blair Witch Project.
No, he is.
The Blair Picks Project.
Ace is going Pittsburgh as well. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys plus 2.5. Went back and forth on this one, but I kind of agree with Zook. I just feel like Dallas needs a big game. I think they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. TJ Watt's probably going to get his a little bit, but I think Dallas is going to be able to move the ball enough. And what I saw from Fields early last week, it wasn't all him, but their offense just really struggled early. I think Dallas can get out in front early and just kind of coast. Maybe Pittsburgh can come back, but even if Dallas doesn't win, I think it's going to be a weird one-point win for the Steelers if they win it. So give me the Cowboys plus 2.5. All right, we move on to our toilet bowl game of the week. We have the Carolina Panthers headed out to Chicago to take on the Bears, and I got Bears minus 4.5.
4.5, yep.
Zook, what do we got?
I'm loving the points, man. Give me the Carolina Panthers in this game. Actually, this was, of the 5 games that we had out there, one of the ones I felt more strongly about. So maybe that's a bad thing since I'm under 500 this year. But I think Andy Dalton has sort of made the Panthers a little respectable, and they've run the ball. So Bears, I think, possess a top 10 defense. I think that they can slow down the Panthers, but rookie quarterback against a guy that's been around a while, I am going to take the guy with more experience and take the Panthers and Andy Dalton to get a win.
I like that. Nick?
I did like the narrative of Andy Dalton going up against one of his former teams last week with the Panthers. That one didn't quite work out, and I think what we saw against the Raiders with Andy Dalton maybe got everyone a little bit too excited for how good Andy Dalton is, and I think for the spot that the Bears are in at home here with Caleb Williams, they're 2-0 at home. I think Caleb Williams can do enough to get the job done. I think the Panthers defense is obviously a little suspect. So this is a spot where Caleb Williams can show what he's got as the number 1 pick.
Big Web? Big Web?
Frozen.
All right, Big Web's got the Carolina Panthers.
Paid a bet 30. So give me Carolina right here in the points.
All right,
Can you hear me?
wonderful. Yeah, you got you.
Yeah,
That was a great
got it.
breakdown. Carolina plus 4.5. Ace is going to also take Carolina plus 4.5. I'm going to go with Nick and take Chicago here. Went back a whole point, by the way. It was 3.5 last night when I updated the lines. It's all the way to 4.5. So I'm still going to take Chicago here. You know, as much shit as I talk on Caleb Williams, I do expect him at some point to have a day. If it's against anybody, I would think it's against the Carolina Panthers. I just feel like at home they're going to control the clock a lot, and their defense is going to get to Dalton. So 4.5 is good for me. Give me the Chicago Bears. We move on to the dogs of the week. We start with Zook.
Can you guys skip me?
Yeah,
I was
Nick.
still looking at it.
We start with Nick.
sorry. Oh no! I've got it.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna take Arizona. Can I get a line check, Nick?
Yes, you can. Line check on Arizona is plus 7.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Arizona Cardinals. I just want to make sure I had at least 7. Divisional game. Arizona has historically given San Francisco a little bit of trouble in some spots. I think that they play well enough. I like getting teams like in divisional games that are a little frisky. Like I get Kyler Murray, I get Marvin Harrison, I get Trey McBride in that offense to keep up and keep it a touchdown game against a division rival. I like that pick a lot. Give me the Arizona Cardinals.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to an interesting spot here. It's going to be the 1-3 Cleveland Browns on the road at the Washington Commanders. Of course, Jane Daniels been the story this year, how good he's been. But this is still a relatively low spread. I think a Cleveland defense maybe gets in Jane Daniels' head a little bit, and the Browns can take this one, win this one outright on the road at the Commies.
What's the line you have that at?
Plus
3?
three.
3. Okay, that's where I had it. All right, Big Web.
For my dog, I'm taking New Orleans plus the 5.5 at Kansas City. Every game Kansas City plays is a tight game. New Orleans can score points. Give me the Saints right here. Plus, what I show is 5.5.
Yeah, I got 5.5 too. Nick, is that right?
5.5 is what I got. Yep.
All right. Ace is going to go with New England. I got plus 1.5 there. And then I am actually going to take the Cincinnati Bengals, double up, plus 2.5 at home against Baltimore. I think this is a big spot for them. Like I said, I took them plus 3.5 on a parlay. I might get screwed on the half point here on the picks, but
New England is plus 2.5.
Plus 2.5. Congratulations, Ace. I really have a good feeling about Cincinnati today. I think they're going to play up to the Ravens for sure. Ravens are a great team, but I think this is, the Bengals are in a weird spot. I mean, their record's awful. It's shown that they have struggled immensely, and they're going to be at home. That place is going to be buzzing today. buzzing today. I got a good feeling about the dog there, so give me Cincinnati plus 2.5. Ace with the Patriots plus 2.5. Who are the Patriots playing again? They're playing
Dolphins at
Dolphins. That's going to be a shit game. That should have been the total bowl.
Corner TV game for sure.
Holy crap. All right, locks of the week. So what do we got?
So maybe my wife's family in Colorado is impacting my decision here. I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. -3 is what I believe they are, Nick, against the Raiders at home.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think that the Denver Broncos, they don't have a good defense. I think they have an elite defense.
Oh.
I think that they're going to be able to pressure Gardner Minshew. If you look at the statistics, Gardner Minshew's QBR drops by 30-plus points when he's under pressure.
Wow.
So if the Broncos are able to get pressure on him, which I think they can in this game, the Raiders' offense is going to flounder. I don't think that the Raiders are going to be able to just go into Denver and run the football like they want to. So give me the rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, and the Denver Broncos to get a divisional win at home, a big win to keep their season afloat and get them back over 500.
I like it. Nick?
Raiders got some weird shit going on, too.
Yeah, dude, the Devontae stuff is crazy.
We know where this one's going. Jacksonville Jaguars at home. Line is now to 3.5, so don't love that. I mean, I guess I should love that. That's 3.5 from 3. A lot of money coming in on the Jaguars late on Travis Etienne to finally get in the end zone today. So we will take the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this one at home in the divisional matchup that they need badly.
Big Web? Uh-oh.
TJ, I'm switching my lock. Switching your lock.
Switch lock.
Switching my lock. I'm still doubling up. I was going to double up on Baltimore, but now I'm doubling up on the Green Bay Packers. That's my lock, and that should lock in your Cincinnati Bengals because when I switch, you never know. But give me the Packers.
So did I help with that change or no?
You did not. It was already decided before the show, but you reinforced it.
Okay, I'll take the reinforcement. All right, so Green Bay -3 is what I got there. I hate to do this, but I'm going to agree with Nick. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars today.
All right.
I really like this pick today. Indy is hurt as fuck. They have so many injuries. I know Joe Flacco looked pretty good last week, but here's the thing. Jacksonville is also in a spot where they need to win the football game. Doug Peterson he says his job's not in jeopardy. If they go 0-5, it could change things. And he was fucking pissed after last week's press conference. Holy shit. I think they're going to come out here guns a-blazing against a team that is hurt. So give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. They might win this game by 10+, I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to be a romping today. Jaguars -3.5. And then Ace is going to take the Seattle Seahawks -7. And there you go. Those are our picks for Week 5 of the NFL. Let us know what you think about our locks. What are your locks? Let us know here on the TikTok chat and also on YouTube. And make sure to get your picks. And Nick just got coffee again. God, he drinks a lot of coffee. Sleeper, the Sleeper
I do have to go, by the way. So
do you actually have to go?
I do. I am going to go get coffee, but I will not be returning. So I got to get over to the house for the games.
Okay, bye, Nick. Okay, bye. See you, Nick.
See ya.
All right, that's Nick Yale, everybody. So I can tell you about Sleeper now. The Sleeper Picks app, you can go there right now. Use promo code Weber, WEBER, when you join it. You might have a fantasy league already on the Sleeper app, and you just go to the bottom. You find that money sign. You find the money sign. You click it. You can deposit $100 deposit match, up to $100 deposit match with promo code Weber. It's very simple. You pick more than or less than yards, catches, rushing yards, touchdowns, passing attempts, whatever it may be. They have all kinds of props ready to go for you. You can get all the way up to 5x, 10x, 20x your money. It's a lot of fun to do. Big Web's been having some success there as well on the picks. They have sales all the time where they bring the numbers down for you to include in different entries. It's a lot of fun. And again, they're a great partner of us and of Weber Bets and the whole thing. So that is Sleeper, the Sleeper Picks app. Download today and make sure you use promo code Weber, WEBER, when you deposit to get a deposit match up to $100. All right, a couple comments here on TikTok. Let's see. Start 2, Hill, Worthy, Hunt, Flowers. Thanks, guys. I'm in like 4 leagues. That's from Hayden. Pick 2 of those, Zook. Who do you think? Is that Tyreek Hill, I guess?
Yeah, that is tough right there. I would go Flowers, I think, for sure, is the safest out of those 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's a tough decision. I would still ride out with Hill one more week as a guy that drafted Tyreek Hill 5th overall and has thought about benching him the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think against the Patriots, like, this is a battle of equally shitty teams, in my opinion. So that may get him to like a workable fantasy number, right? So I think that's the hope, and maybe you hope he catches a long pass or pops a big play. I think it's totally possible against a divisional opponent that is just as hapless as the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, and it's weird with all the stuff going on with Tua and their situation on offense. It's just you can't really trust anybody as far as fantasy goes with the Miami Dolphins. Even Devin Achane, he's done better, but because of the passing game going down, it hurts his value. And Tyreek Hill, I mean, can you imagine? He's probably a top 5 pick in some leagues. And, I mean, McCaffrey, I guess, is also, but because of injury, it's a little different. But your quarterback goes down and everything changes. I mean, it's insane.
Here, I'll pull my fantasy team up right now. I picked him 5 overall. He has been, last couple weeks, he had the big week 1 game. He's wide receiver 29 because he went for 22 points in week 1. Since then, 5 points, 5 points, 6 points. It was half-point PPR. So, yeah, he's been abysmal.
I mean, if these quarterbacks getting paid is everybody's like, why are they making so much money? There's your reasoning. I mean, it's just there are certain guys that can get people the ball and certain people that cannot. And
I understand Tua is like not for everybody. He's kind of a polarizing player, but like you're
throw the rock though.
You're seeing with the other guys that they have in running that offense that. I mean, Tua doesn't suck.
Yeah, he doesn't suck. Absolutely does not suck. But that's a situation going on right there in Miami for sure. Captain Fat says, "Go Pack, go!"
All right, Captain.
Welcome back, Captain Fat.
Need W today. I got my coffee cup.
Yeah, that might be your good luck mug. I need that too.
My beautiful wife made me a little homemade iced coffee today.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Go Pack, go!
Nice. Big Web, what's up?
Hey, TJ, can we throw in these picks? We're about to the body shop here, so I got to get this going.
Okay.
So,
best bet of the week.
Best bet of the week. Best bet of the week.
Let's do it.
Let's
get in the black, Big Web.
If you guys tuned in on Wednesday, you know that we picked the Minnesota Vikings. So we're not post-picking after the game already started, but Minnesota plus 3.5 was one of our best bets of the week. We have the Buffalo Bills plus 5. We have the New Orleans Saints versus Chiefs plus 10.5.
Nice.
And we have the Seattle Seahawks even, 100 pace 360.
There you go.
That's my favorite one of the year, Big Web.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
That's my
we
favorite
are
one of the
hot. We're on fire. We have potion. We are feeling good, buddy. Feeling good. Thank you, sir.
All right,
He
And then-
found some winners, man.
He did.
Yeah, that's good.
If you guys want to hear some sleeper pick, I got a 3-way sleeper pick here.
Yep.
And
I also tailed this, by the way. I could put my money on it. So both the Webbers are on this sleeper entry.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we took DK Metcalf more than 68.5 receiving yards. We took Nico Collins more than 83.5 receiving yards. And we took Josh Allen more than 239.5 receiving yards, 100 pace. Zuck, you ready for this?
Ready.
$570. $570.
Can I tell you my kind of opinion on the props?
Yeah.
I like picking touchdowns instead of yards. Yards to me feels like I feel like there's bad beats everywhere on the yards.
I think the complete opposite.
Really?
I think a guy can go for 150 yards and not get in the end zone. Like it's just the worst. It seems so simple. Like when it happens, like that was easy. Like David Montgomery right now. Like and he's automatic. Every week he's getting in the end zone. It's
There's
just,
like a couple guys that I felt every week, and I swear I'm hitting at like an 80% rate.
But you're just sitting there like, if Justin Jefferson has a massive day, 10 receptions, 100 yards, and he does not get a touchdown, it's like, fuck. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but the thing is, you're bet like on a receiver or running back for yards, and that all changes based on how the game's going. But you're going on that guy's average productivity basically every week. But the coach can make any decision he wants on the 5-yard line, what he's doing.
It's true.
Yeah, it can change things.
That's why I like picking my spots, though, of like guys that maybe haven't scored in a week or two. I'm like, oh, they're scheming up some looks for him today.
Yeah.
They should win today.
I mean,
so
if you
that's
if
my
you
thoughts
can
on
tap in on that. I mean, my thing is I've tried to go heavy favorites, like heavy running backs that usually get it, like Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, and I still miss. It's just like, how does that even happen? So I've been going yards because, especially with receivers, if you get one deep bomb like Nico Collins does a lot, like he's always really up there with yards. you get 50 on a one catch, and he needs 70, and you're like, God bless America. This is beautiful. And it's the first quarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the greatest. But I've been screwed on that too. Don't worry. It's the amount. I told Big Web the amount of parlays that I've missed this year on one leg. On it was my favorite pick, like St. Brown over 73.5 receiving yards, and then J-Mo gets which I loved it, 75-yard touchdown pass, and only if that was St. Brown I would have cashed, and the Lions would have won, which they did. But it's crazy.
That's it, brother. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you in a bit. Have a good show. Let's get another winning week here.
All right, there you go. That's Big Web from the road. Again, 1-0, or 1-0 in his last week on his parlay. Let's say that. He's like 1 in a million. People say no one on TikTok's giving him any credit. That's what TikTok does. But hey, he won last week. The streak starts now. That's what it is. Nick says, I have missed a lot off one leg. I had J-Mo for 4.5 receptions, and he got, I think that says 4.
4.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's unbelievable, too, how good Vegas is. It's just, they're so damn close. It doesn't make sense to me how it happens, but they're consistent every single week. Lico says McBride or Njoku today. Njoku's been, the Browns' offense has been nothing.
I'd go McBride.
Nothing.
Schefter also said in his little midnight updates where he tells everybody who's in and who's out that Njoku was going to be limited today.
Oh, is he?
In his return.
Okay, there you go. That's McBride. See, that's some sharp shit right there. I like that.
Well, who knows? I feel like they say that, and then the guy scores a touchdown and has 9 catches, so fuck.
Yeah, and Nick just said exactly what you did. Yeah, he's coming back, but he isn't 100%. Yeah, I would go McBride. I agree with Zook. You guys can leave a voicemail if you'd like. Go to the website, webercontent.com/from-the50. You can click leave a voice message, and I can play it right here on the show. Or if you want to send in some more fantasy questions, please do so. We have the remainder of the time just to BS and talk fantasy, talk picks, talk parlays, whatever you got. We also need to pick our $1 Hail Mary parlay, which was kind of interesting last week. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we were close, but at noon we missed by 1 pick. And could have been fun. But.
Was it week 1 or 2 we only missed by 1? It was like the Bears coming back screwed us. It was the Titans game, that stupid Titans game.
It's right. It's exactly what it was. It was it's one of those where you pick a lot of favorites and you're like, there's no way this hits.
Right.
Because there's always it just never works that way. But let's go ahead and do that now. And then if you guys want to send more questions, please do, and we'll address them afterwards. But we're gonna build our $1 Hail Mary parlay. Now, how does this work if you and I agree or don't agree on a pick? Because we're
we're solo. We're flying solo.
It's just
here.
us two. I forgot to do it.
I guess we'll just have to argue till we find one.
The debate the picks. I like this.
You know what is kind of good for this though?
Yeah.
Every time I would pick, then Yale would pick. I think I'm opposite on maybe all 7 of him today. And I was not feeling great about that because he's first on the panel so far this year. But then you would come in and back me up, and you're right up there with him.
Right.
So we'll see. It's a big day for the standings today.
It could. You know what? I think it's a big day for the standings, and I think what we should do here, I'll have a coin flip app ready to go on my computer. But audience, somebody on the chat,
chime in.
Yeah, be the tiebreaker here if we need it. So
okay.
Let's build this on Kelly Blue Book here. We got the Carolina Panthers headed out to the Chicago Bears. This is all money line, by the way. We're picking every single game. Put $1 on it. I like the Bears.
I like the Panthers.
Fuck on the first one. All right, Bears or Panthers, folks. Let's hear it. What do we think? You like the Panthers to win?
Well, what's the spread? 4.5?
4.5. But hey, those are good odds if we put that on there. I'm just saying.
We'll see what they say. If they don't, we'll go Bears. If nobody comes in and backs me up on the Panthers, we'll go Bears.
All right, where we go.
Right,
Bears.
He says Bears.
Bears.
All right, Bears.
That's
a little too crazy for the first pick to go Panthers off the bat.
That's wild. At noon, Dolphins Patriots.
I'm going. I think I'm gonna go Pats.
I was gonna go Dolphins.
You're gonna go Dolphins.
I was gonna go Dolphins. Someone help us out in the chat.
Home divisional dog.
All right, I'm going Pats. Fuck it. I'm flipping. Bills Texans. I like the Texans.
I like the Bills. Maybe we don't agree as much as we thought.
Oh, okay. Help us out. Where are we going?
Nick says Pats. Now
right.
we need Bills Texans.
Bills Texans. We are literally opposite on every single one. This is crazy. All right, our guy Nick here in the TikTok chat's gonna help us out. Let us know. Indianapolis. Or wait. Sorry.
He says he's going Texans.
He's going Texans. Okay,
yeah.
That's what we were. Texans. Yeah, YouTube as well. Sorry, I'm paying attention to that now. So we got the Texans on that one. Colts or Jaguars? Colts, Jaguars. What do we think?
Jags.
I'm also going Jags.
Yeah.
Yes,
I thought you were big
yeah,
on Jags
I was
today.
thinking too much about looking at all these chat rooms and everything. So give me Jacksonville. Browns, Commanders. I got Commanders.
I don't have a huge feeling on that game, so let's go Commanders.
Let's go Commanders. Okay, I like that. Ravens, Bengals. I like the Bengals.
Bengals.
All right, Butte.
Yeah.
Let's go. That was my pick. Of the day.
These are the. I think we're getting to the ones where we agree.
Where we
more.
agree on
yeah.
it. Cardinals, Niners.
Cards.
Just to win.
Oh, not to win. Niners. Niners
I
to win.
kind of want to put the 275s. Nice. Do you think there's a
Can't,
shot?
Can't. No.
Okay. All right.
No, not at home.
I got to
they
simmer
got,
down.
They got Debo back. Yeah.
Simmer down, TJ. Simmer down. Raiders, Broncos. I'll go Broncos with you.
Broncos.
Yeah.
All the data points to Denver.
I'm with you.
All of it.
I was on the Raiders until I tried to find any reason to pick them, and I couldn't find
I don't
one.
think Crosby's playing today either. Like, not
Oh,
only
really?
is Devontae out, I think Crosby's out too.
Okay, Broncos. Packers, Rams. I got the Packers.
Packers.
Yeah.
They're going to screw us.
I like that. Giants, Seahawks. I got Seahawks. That seems
Has
like a
to be.
trap, but it's I got to do it.
Has to
Cowboys, Steelers. I like the Cowboys.
I like Cowboys too.
Okay.
I like Cowboys.
Saints, Chiefs, Monday Night Football. I got like the Chiefs to win.
I like Chiefs to win also.
Okay, there we go. Whew. We did okay at the end.
That's
there.
not too bad.
We did okay.
Do we
All
have
right.
any like big dogs? Maybe we need to go back and pick the Panthers.
We could.
Tell me what we got here. What are our odds?
All right, so our odds are plus 45,000. So $1 pays $450. The Bears, just to win. The Bears, the Patriots, the Texans, the Jaguars, the Commanders, the Bengals, 49ers, Broncos, Packers, Seahawks, Cowboys, Chiefs. Now, I know that seems crazy, but that seems like it could win.
I know it seems crazy.
It could win.
It could work.
The only underdogs we have are pretty light. Patriots plus 112 and Cowboys plus 126. Everything else heavy minus 320, minus 340, minus 240.
We're going to have to change one of them.
Do you want to change one of them?
Pick one to change.
Arizona.
Okay, pick Arizona.
Should we?
I picked them to
Let,
cover.
let's figure it out, though. It's either Arizona, the Giants, which I can't stomach that
don't
one.
do the Giants. The Seahawks lost on
Saints-
Monday night and looked good. They need this win to stay
Okay.
afloat.
Saints could happen.
Saints could happen.
But in Arrowhead, I don't love that. So I think
Derek
it's
Carr primetime gets a good defense. Yeah, no, I don't
okay,
like that.
So Saints or I think Cardinals. Let's do Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Fuck it, they're still
Take
hurt.
Cardinals.
Let's do Cardinals. All right. Now what it is?
Nick likes cards. See?
He likes the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I might have to put a bet on that myself. Okay.
What were they? They're plus 275?
They're plus 275, yeah.
Okay, so we went up from 45,000 to what?
Goosed us up. A dollar pays $1,200 now.
Holy shit, yeah. Now
Let's
we're
go.
cooking with gas.
I like that. All right, so I'll read it one more time. Only put a dollar on it. This is our dollar Hail Mary parlay, all right? So we got Bears money line, Patriots money line, Texans money line, Jags money line, Commanders money line, Bengals money line, Broncos money line, Packers money line, Seahawks, Cowboys, Chiefs, Cardinals money line. 12 picks plus 128,000 odds. $1 pays $12.8258.
It's hot.
Why not?
It's hot.
I actually do bet this. I put a dollar on it every week, and hopefully one of these times it hits. Let's have some fun. I think Cardinals is going to be a fun game now because of this. Could be fun. All right, so thank you guys. Thank you, Nick, for your involvement on that. Appreciate it. Let's see. Geno Smith, Mayfield, now Darnold. Next QB to redeem his career. That's from Strees. Who do you think has one more shot? I would have said Fields if he didn't start this year, but now I think people are kind of seeing he's getting
so
there.
what, we need to pick somebody that's like a backup now or like somebody that's sucking now?
I guess it would have been Trey Lance for me, but now he's not ever going to
It's
get
like
a shot.
third stringer now.
I feel like he never got a real chance.
No, he didn't.
I mean, I know he's hurt. He was hurt a lot, but
He didn't.
he never got a real shot. I don't know. Who do you think? Like,
What about Bryce Young?
not a Bryce Young guy. I don't know.
In like 2 years on a new team, somebody gets hurt or he gets signed.
Yeah.
That's what all these guys were. They were in the same spot as Young at one point.
Yeah.
Who else is out there though that's like been horrible? Like Zach Wilson, no.
Carson Wentz, that ship
No.
has sailed for sure. Zach Wilson's done. Man, it's a good question. I'm trying to really Drew Lock. I would say no, too late. He's on the Chase Daniel
He was like
train. That guy.
he
He's
sure is.
Chase Daniel
because
train.
he is a good bat. Like,
Yeah.
if he has to come in and play, you're like, okay, like maybe our season's not totally fucked.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do not want him starting.
Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't count like Drake May. I mean, because he's going to.
No,
be,
he hasn't even played.
Right, but you can't count him even though he's a backup. I guess I would say.
Right.
Shit, man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, do we have any ideas out there? Like, I can't think off the top of my head. Really.
He's like the only candidate that I think is even
remotely like
plausible.
He'll get a shot.
Yeah.
Now,
because I feel like he's gonna play football.
How about
again.
this now? And this might not count. Well, he did mention Darnold. I guess you can't really mention him anymore. But Darnold might be like a tryout now for like another team. Like, what do they do with McCarthy? If like Darnold's great, do they
Here's
trade
the thing,
McCarthy?
man. Are they about? They're about to be 5-0.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're in the playoffs with 7 teams.
I
Dude, they'd
mean,
have to like. They only need to win like 3 more games.
Jets only down by 3. We gotta
Okay.
go watch the rest of that game. We'll end early because I want to see what happens there.
Me too. Well, but think about it. Let's say they hold on to win this. They're 5-0. They need to win like 4 more games. 4 more games to get to 9.
Okay,
wins.
I'm with you.
They would have to. It's
Epic
4
collapse.
and
Yeah,
they could go like 4-7 and still make it in. I don't even know if my math's right there. But
No, you're close. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's true. 9 wins should get you.
they got to play
close.
They got to play the Bears twice. They got to play the Packers again. They got to play the Lions twice. But like, yeah,
Division games will be tough. They could beat the Bears again.
They should. I mean, that should be 2 wins.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, yeah, you're right. But I think, what do you do with McCarthy? You let him sit, and Darnold's got to be your guy.
That's my
like,
thing. That's the thing that I'm saying is like, they can't let him walk. You cannot just let him walk.
No shot.
Because what if McCarthy stinks?
That's the thing.
So they got to bring him back.
Well, if
and then they got to have
for
JJ
sure.
sit.
if he makes the playoffs, then they have to make Sam the guy until he's not the guy.
Now what I think Minnesota honestly needs to root for, unless they're going to win a Super Bowl, is that they get into the playoffs and then maybe they just get outclassed like first round by like a wild card team or something. And then that helps them justify like, okay, like
JJ's going to take it to the next
Sam
level.
got
Sam
us to
can't
this
do
level,
this.
but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
JJ's going to in the long run JJ's the better option.
Yeah.
That's what they need to hope narratively happens.
It could happen. I don't know, but you're right. If he makes it that far, I don't know how you can justify giving McCarthy a shot, even though he's the young guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be wild. But yeah, I mean, Vikings fans never saw this. I never saw it. Me and Zook both hate it as Lions and Packers fans, but I mean, you got to tip your cap for sure. All right, one more question, and then we're going to wrap it up so we can go watch the rest of this Jets game.
3,000. He's giving us FOMO.
What's that?
He's giving us FOMO. He's like, you guys need to watch the Jets.
Yeah, we're about to tune out right here. Z Money really wants us to answer this. Start 2 out of the group: Pickens, Josh Downs, Tutu Atwell, Keon Coleman. I would stay away from Keon Coleman. He has been just really inconsistent for me. Like, he scored 0 points in week 2. Since then, he's been like 8, 9.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing I'd say. I would definitely start. Who name the 4 again?
It was Downs, Tutu Atwell, Keon Coleman, Pickens.
I'd start Pickens.
I agree
and then
with
I
that.
think I would start Keon actually. So
Really?
Khalil Shakir out today.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's huge.
they're gonna have.
Fuck, I need to change my fantasy
They're
lineup.
gonna-
I might.
They're gonna have to play him.
Yeah.
And if you saw, like, they had the reason he got the no catches was because he showed up to a meeting late, so they punished him on purpose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They didn't. He wasn't playing like hardly at all. He still scored a touch.
No, he got
that
0
was,
that
was the
week.
game the game he scored a touchdown. Actually, was the game that he was late to the meeting.
Okay.
They still schemed one up for him, but it's like he was in for literally 2 plays that they threw to him, and then that was it.
See, I didn't know that. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and then he had a better week last week. They were down and having to chuck it.
Mhm.
But if you think the Bills are going to have to pass a lot in this game, I think this could be like, that rookies always have that breakout week.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that
It could happen.
it's even over 50% chance. I just think that this could be the game.
I'm going to trust you because here's my thing. Not only do I have Keon Coleman on my bench right now, I have it's the week where A.J. Brown's on bye / hurt.
Yeah.
I have Diggs, I have Juwan Jennings, and I'm starting Wicks. Would you replace any of those 3 with him?
Now, here's the thing where I don't even I don't trust myself.
Uh-oh.
I was in a similar dilemma because I got J-Mo on bye.
Yeah.
I had I had Coleman in the lineup until like last night, and then I looked at it, and I have Wan'Dale Robinson too. I picked him up.
Okay.
So I'm starting Wan'Dale since Neighbors is out.
Right.
So like, I don't know. I guess I'm not even a
So
man of my own
just-
word.
just-
I just think that it's possible. Like if you have shitty options,
Let me ask you this,
in
though.
that scenario, I would start Coleman over Atwell or the other guy he mentioned, Downs.
So what about my team? Because now I need help.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting Diggs, obviously. Juwan Jennings, Wicks.
Wicks.
No, I'm saying, do you start? Those 2 are in my lineup right now because I got
okay.
buys. Would you start Coleman over any of those 2?
I'd
Either
maybe
of those
start Coleman over Jennings.
2? Would you?
Yeah, maybe.
Here's the other thing. Here's
what was Jennings' targets when Debo came back?
He's been like up to 10, 11 points a week, even after the 40
Even
point
after
crazy.
the 40 point? Okay.
But
Then maybe
Ayuk
you
hasn't
keep him
gotten
in.
going yet. Like, fuck you. Maybe you keep him in. Maybe you keep him in. I don't know.
Depends. Here's
But
what
I
you
also
want.
have the Josh Allen stack.
If you
That's
want,
the thing. I have Josh Allen, too,
okay.
so I want to do the stack.
If you want 7-8 points, play Jennings. If you want 4 or 25, play
This is
Coleman.
all on you. This is all on you. I'm doing this. I'm putting Keon Coleman in for Jawan Jennings today, and it's all on you.
Okay. All right, how about this? I'll do a definitive.
I'm 2-2.
I'll do a definitive. Keon Coleman does better than Jennings this week. We were having this debate in the Beer League hockey locker room last week with a couple guys.
Okay.
Setting our fantasy lineups last weekend when I had to miss the show, and there was a lot of shit talking going on different players. Keon Coleman was one of them.
All right. Hey, I'm trusting you, bro. I'm doing it. Let's do it.
Do it.
Okay.
This is the week.
Real quick, rapid fire. We got 2 more, and we'll get out of here. Debo or T. Higgins today? I would go T. Higgins. Debo's been inconsistent since injury. That's my opinion.
Yeah, T. Higgins.
Nick says Debo. With Debo back, Jennings not getting receptions. He did last week. Let's see. But Purdy likes Jennings. Okay. Kittle or Parkinson's from Dave? I'd go Kittle today if he's full go.
Kittle. Yeah, got to be.
Should I start Dak or Fields? I would go Dak, I think, actually. Tough one, but I would go Dak.
Fields had like 30 points last week.
He did.
32nd rushing defense.
And I'm a
Dead
Fields
last
guy.
are the Cowboys.
That should tell you something. I'm a Fields guy this year. I would take Dak today.
Okay.
I really would. All right, guys, that'll do it. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Make sure you go follow us everywhere. It's webercontent.com/from-the50. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for watching on TikTok. For Big Web, for Nick Yale, for Ace, for Zach Zook, I'm TJ Weber saying so long. We'll see you guys next week. This has been From the 50. Good luck in Week 5.